So here we go then. Sweden throw off the bronze medal playoff at the Women's Handball World Championships in the Barclaycard Arena in Hamburg in the all-blue strip, playing against the Netherlands today, back in their orange shirts. Two teams who played each other just a year ago. 33-30 the win for the Netherlands on that occasion. At the Olympics earlier last year in Rio, it was a 29-all draw. Two teams very physical in defence, like to attack quick. So 6-0 defence, as they so often do, the Netherlands. Second line player. And in straight through, Roberts. He had such a great semi-final with her 5 goals, still ending up on the losing side. Breaks through the defence. Gulden. So then it was just a bit of pace. She's happy with that. Plays for Erdi in Hungary. Moved there in the summer. Pohlmann then. Can she tee them up? She has started ahead of Groot as the playmaker, with Abing on the left, Van der Heijden on the right. Ships up as Abing moves into the centre. Pohlmann, who gave birth to a daughter just in June, is already up and running and back in the team. And still as influential as ever. Here she goes, up the post and scores. They stood back, you can't do that against her. She races off as Groot is covering for her in defence. The connection not quite made on the line. Lagerqvist not quite controlling the ball, it's only a free throw. As ever, it's Dulfer and Broch who hold the defence in the centre for the Netherlands. Two tall players. Roberts again, bit of a deflection. Oh, well done, Vester. Tussle on the line, but the Dutch come away with the ball, and Vester's on the halfway line already, getting a little carried away. Play on, says a referee. Groot tries to go through. It's a free throw only, and she'll race off. She's being used in defence only at the moment. So key in attack, but she's been injured much of the season. Been used in defensive duties at a club, Giurieto, since coming back on, but it's Pohlmann today who starts in the centre. 412 goals and 119 appearances for the Netherlands. She plays in Denmark for Esbjerg. Here she comes to the line. That time, Broch was too closely marked, but the defenders inside the area. Gulden. So Lagerqvist and Gulden are in the centre. Blomstrand and Roberts are the two outer defenders for Sweden. Also with a 6-0, Pohlmann through off the post. Picked up by Gulden. Lagerqvist looks for support. Blomstrand in the attack. Both coaches juggling the back line a little bit here to try and upset the homework of the other coach, as Blomstrand starts number 22 for Sweden. Hasn't really started matches for Sweden. Seems to be a role that Hagman had. Instead, she's been pushed into the right wing, where she's equally comfortable. The wing or the back. 22 though, as we see Broch gets the first yellow card of the game, was the unexpected hero. Here she comes again against Denmark in the quarter-final. Yvette Broch does her best to look desperately innocent as Blomstrand is felled. This allows the Dutch to make a quick change. Dulfer's run in again. Pohlmann is off. So for the moment, the defences are holding fast. Passive play's being called now. 5 passes, maybe 4. That's a good angle. Well done, Melgaard. First goal for her. Plays for the champion, Severhoff. Well, actually, I should say. Former champions. Well, long-range shot for Abing, who's had such a terrific championship. Second top scorer in the competition with 50 goals. But in yesterday's semi-final, scored 4 from 11. It was a bit laboured. Trying to find the line, bounces off the defence. Vester, ball is up. Looking for the attacking foul, she gets it. Lagerqvist takes one for the team as Groot runs into her. Roberts, long pass down, and it's picked out of the air by Smets. That was a good pick. Smets coming diagonally across, read it very well, and just takes it from Hagman. Helle Thompson trying to get their team organised in attack. So resume again. Smets comes around, goes in on the line. The only left winger in the Dutch lineup. They swapped Stenbakkers for a back, Van der Wiesel. Broch, yes! Yvette Broch, first goal of the game. The line player from Győri in Hungary. Gulden.
13, Yvette Broch, assisted by number 8,
2-2 the scoreline. We're past the 5-minute mark in the bronze medal match. Blomstrand, hero of the Danish match, starting today. One of the rare starts, waits at the right-back position, drives towards the middle and tends to stop and sharply cut back inside players. Roberts, Gulden, windmill feint, tries to go through. She gets a free throw, but she's taken a blow, and that does not look good. Caught in the eye. And Gulden has gone down. The doctor's been called on immediately. The other problem, of course, the players use a lot of resin. Let's see it here again. Oh, there's the slap. Got caught by Bont.
number 7 of
There, ouch, straight in the face. I don't think it's so much the resin as the blow on the bridge of the nose from that. And that doesn't look too good. Bont has been sent off for 2 minutes after catching her.
And we have a fair
And
for player
somewhat dazed, Gulden picks herself up. 28-year-old. Don't really want to lose that kind of experience. She's being taken off, it appears. I'm not sure she can quite see. She's struggling a bit. So they'll have to replace in the centre, and hopefully she'll be all right. Stromberg will come on for her. 24-year-old who plays in Denmark for Viborg. Takes over the centre duty. So Stromberg has only played for an hour and 5 minutes out of the whole competition. Again into the wing. Melgaard, and we've got another blow in the face. And Yvette Broch. She's here to catch Vestberg. Now she's off. Double suspension for the Netherlands. We'll see it here. Slapped her in the face. I think she was trying to get a connection with the arm. Completely missed it. Signal remonstrates. She didn't need to. The referees had it already. And there was the goal while all that was happening. So Bont and Broch both sent off. It's a double suspension. The goalkeeper's out, but they are still short-handed. It's an extra danger. Chances of losing the ball are greater. Smets is running off to get the goalkeeper back in again. Free throw for the Netherlands. Now they are 4 against 6. It's going to be difficult. Sweden, though, have to make sure they don't get embarrassed here. Groot coming into the attack with Pullman into the wing. Good save. Johanna Bunsen.
Sweden, Johanna Bunsen.
Saves off Malestein. Interestingly, they switched Bond to, of course, his club teammates with Bunsen in Copenhagen. They take the lead by 2 now. Quick little interplay, second line play going in, and the defense is so stretched with that double suspension. The gaps are just begging. Stromberg finishes it. Little handoff. They're still short-handed. The goalkeeper is out. There's an empty goal. In a handful of seconds, they'll have one of their players back. But then still about 18 seconds with one down. They put Vester in first in goal. Passive play's been called, so it's not really worth risking too much at this point. Can't have too many passes left. 2, maybe this could be the last one. It's almost going to be a pass and a shot. Groot, and that's it. Ran out of passes. 6 passes when the arm goes up on the passive play call, and the Dutch maybe not quite realising or not keeping count. It's not easy, though. Some of the passes are allowed, some of them are not given. So back on. Stromberg. Gulden is moving back up towards the end of the bench and maybe back in action shortly. So the attack now at full strength for Sweden. Long-range shot, blocked by the defence, picked out by Groot, who finds the wing. Malestein is racing forwards, not got any support, tries to take on Roberts. Side netting, but she does get the free throw. Here it is again, little windmill, tries to go around. Roberts a little shove on the way. Said the last competitive win by Sweden against the Netherlands, the European Championships in 2010, that was back in Norway, it was shared with the Danes. 25-18. Since then, 3 draws, a Swedish win in a friendly, and a Dutch win, of course, last year in Sweden at the European Championships, for which I'm quite sure the Swedes would love to gain revenge. Mistake by Gulden, though, trying to find Roberts, passes it behind her, and up they come. Abing races in, gets around the front defender, release Van der Heijden, who could have got the ball into Malestein, but the referee blows the whistle just as she's going to release it, and it's a free throw. We're coming up to 10 minutes played. The Dutch are qualified automatically for these World Championships by virtue of their silver medal at the European Championships last year. Sweden had to go through a qualifying playoff, comfortably beat Macedonia 77-47 on aggregate. Broch, yes! Pull one back, almost on the stroke of 10 minutes played. It was a lovely feed in by Gulden to Broch, who gets her second. Free throw.
For the three, assisted by number 8, Loshavik. 10 minutes played in the bench for Bosnia.
Little handoff, Roberts into the wing. She's had a fair degree of success. Melgaard waiting wide. Again, Blomstrand got a quick shot. Vesta read it well. Was straight across and had it well covered. Vesta's second save of the game. That's a free throw. Bit of a push on the way. Abing smiles rather ruefully. She was through. So still Polman in the centre. Smets goes in as a second-line player, and a yellow card for Blomstrand, I think it is. Hagman. Beg your pardon. I think one of them's been pushing anyway. This is Blomstrand.
Sweden, number 24, Natalie Hoffman.
Smets goes in again, second line, trying to make some space at the back. Still, though, the Swedes are happy to push out and make life a bit awkward. Little shove, and that's going to be a 2-minute suspension this time. Broch was moving behind and got a hefty push from Lagerqvist, and Sweden have their first suspension of the game.
2-minute suspension.
Push in the back.
Sweden, number 19.
There it is. Quick heave. So now it's a power play for the Netherlands, who switch in the middle. Polman comes off. Groot returns. Injured for so much of the season, but slowly finding her form. Smets opens a huge angle against a short-handed defence. Gets her first goal of the game. Opens it up, opens it, and no way Bunsen can cover that.
Goal for the Netherlands. 4-4, the match is tight. Scored by
4-4 then, as the Swedes take out their goalkeeper to level things up in the attack. Gulden, Blomstrand, Roberts. It's not quite working at the back at the moment for the Swedes. Looks to cut inside. Blomstrand, better defending by the Dutch. Passive plays now being called against the Swedes. Probably 4. Oh, brilliant penalty anyway, and that could be a 2-minute suspension. Pulling from the back on the arm. A quick talk between the referees. Have a look again. What a pass round the back of Dulfer, the defence specialist, who was still hanging on to Toft Hansen's arm. Well, it's no penalty for the player. Hagman, who scored 10 in the competition so far. Oh, save! Vesta, who's only saved 2 of the 20 she's faced so far, makes an important save here in the bronze medal playoff. Hagman couldn't commit the keeper. Vesta just wouldn't move. 4-4 the score remains then, and a missed opportunity. Oh, beautiful. Yvette Broch, off the fingertips, lobs it over Blomstrand. Absolute class, look at that. Little push, Bunsen's so committed. And the fans are loving it.
Scored by number 13, Yvette Broch.
So the Netherlands edge in front with 3 goals without reply. Still no team timeout being called as Toft Hansen put the block on. Blomstrand comes in but launches it straight over the top. Van der Heijden, that came off one of the defenders, took the sting out of it. That's a rather speculative one. Hagman's pulled from behind and Polman must be in trouble. 2 minutes. Or is it Abing? I beg your pardon. Getting ahead of myself here. She held on to the shirt, stopped Hagman, took one for the team there. You'll see it very easily from here. Little pull on the shirt and then let go. So yet another suspension. Abing is off. So chance maybe for the Swedes to pull back into the wing, cuts through Hagman. Play was fouled on the last fast break. Back they come. Off Gulden, long-range shot that came off a defender into the corners. Vestberg comes into the frame. So 3-goal run by the Netherlands, who are just in front here in this bronze medal playoff. Looks for the line. Toft Hansen has it. It's just a free throw for the number 2. If the name sounds familiar, she's married to Danish international Henrik Toft Hansen, who plays for Flensburg just up the road. Vesta, meanwhile, makes another save. The Dutch are on a break here into the wing. Oh, fumbled. Malestein took her eye off the ball and they may pay for it. Well, they won't, because unfortunately Bunsen put the ball up court way, way beyond the hands of Hagman. There was the switch. Just got a hip onto it. Tess Vesta, midway through the first half, making her 3rd save. The empty goal now, she's gone straight off while they have the suspension. Still about 20 seconds to go. Polman, oh! Well, mistake by Bunsen. Somehow bounced off her, and they were racing desperately to get Vesta back in again. There it is. And it was Broch who just got a hand to it. Vesta might not have got there in time otherwise. Look at the reaction for that save. You got to celebrate everything here. Pick the team up. Just 2 seconds to go. They're looking up at the cube. That's what it'll tell them. But a 2-minute suspension for a faulty substitution, I think, as they tried to race. Groot has now been given a suspension. Smets is waiting to sprint on when the 2 seconds are up, because it's 6 against 4. Sweden have got to hurry up here. Take your chance while you can. Decent angle. Oh, spoiled. Tess Vesta. Save number 4. And a chance goes begging for Sweden. Hagman, 0 from 2 in the game so far. So the Dutch have got 1 player back, but after a cheap giveaway with that faulty substitution. Are under pressure again. 6-4 lead. It's going to be a free throw. Victoria Alpaidze, the Russian referee, goes in. Quick word with Stromberg. So 4 goals without reply now for the Netherlands, and Sweden really struggling. It's been about 9 minutes now since they last scored. That save, Bunsen, just as well. They won passive play, that they got the shot away, the Dutch, but he was under pressure. Maybe made it marginally easier for her. They still have the extra player now, though. Power play for Sweden, still for 40 seconds. Gulden into the line. Lagerqvist under the keeper. First goal for the line player. Simple play. Defender didn't quite get in behind her, allowed her to then spin around Van der Heyden, put it underneath Vesta. Well, that was nearly 10 minutes without a goal. 4-0 exchange for the Dutch before they've managed to get themselves back to within one. And that's a penalty. Chance to go back in front again by 2. Have a look again. Both defenders are standing inside the area. So up steps Abing, who scored 19 penalties in the competition. And scores again. Her first of the game. Plays for Ici Paris in France. Third top scorer in the league there. So team timeout.
Framåt tjejer. Fler passningar och bär boll. Släpp boll lite tidigare. Vi bär boll för mycket nu. Och i de 1-mot-1, 2-mot-2-lägena man måste vi kliva 100. Vi jobbar med lite spel där vi har mitt 6-2-3 nu. Solberg, Jugge Barca jobbar vi lite med. Och så är det följdspelet med fart i benen.
Hey, we need to go here. Cross it here and then we have the situation again. Take it easy. Good work.
Take it easy, good work, says Hella Thompson as her team. 7-5 in front of the team she coached 2 years ago in the final.
And we're going on with the intermediate result, 5-7.
So play resumes after the first team timeout of the game taken by Sweden. 3 allowed for each team, 1 in each half. One's a floater. You can use it either side. The only rule is you can't have 2 in the last 5 minutes. Roberts tries to go through, didn't quite control the ball. Gulden does though. Bit of a lucky break. She happened to be playing in just the right place as Roberts lost possession. And again, they close the gap to within 1. Here it is again. Loses the ball and Gulden just comes through and Bock is off balance. That was one of the easier ones for her.
Now the teams will be very happy to hear your support, dear fans.
Gulden's first goal goes into the wing and completely missed the connection. Polman as she was looking for Malestein. Substitutions are made cleanly this time. The Netherlands are back to full strength. Malestein, who's had a real up and down championship. She's on 20 goals with a 53% success rate, although her fast breaks, she struggled a bit, scoring 6 from 12. Those are ones really you should be putting away. Lagerqvist drops in on the line. Hagman coming in at the right back position. That's a poor pass and a steal. And no problem there. This time for Malestein. Makes up for that last slip-up. And they're back to 2 in front. There was the careless pass, Gulden.
What a fast break from the team of the Netherlands.
There's nothing that Hagman to do.
6-8, scored by number 26.
So a change at the back with Hagman going into the right-back position where she started most games. Here she comes, straight down the middle. That one, though, Vesta saves comfortably. While they've put into the right wing, Gustin, one of the new players in the squad. And tough defending as ever. Groot takes it in her stride as she goes off to bring on Polman for attacking duty. So Polman in the centre. Van der Heyden, Abing now in the middle. Abing, who's somewhat benefited as Polman is not being used quite as much as you would have expected till last year, but of course she was away having a baby and has come back. But club-wise, she's playing right from the start of the season, 39 goals for Esbjerg. Ah, that's beautiful. Well, she's running a lot of the fingertips. Yvette Broch, third goal for her. Just took some of the pace off the ball. I beg your pardon, fourth if I keep my stats right. It's off the fingertips. And it's a 3-goal lead all of a sudden. The Dutch keep on having little short, good runs. Norway are doing all the chasing. Shades of the semi-final against France. They show they can respond well. Long-range shot, it's blocked. There's a race for it. Hagman gets there first, just as well because Bunsen was out of goal. And if they're quick now, they've got an extra player to overlap. Oh, dearie me. And another steal and a lot of careless play by Sweden. Shades of, again, their semi-final against France. They made a lot of unforced errors. Poor pass. Hagman tried to retrieve the situation, but the Dutch were there first. Holman in the centre then. Snelder has replaced Broch on the line despite a 4 from 4. That's more like it. Lois Abing, the 25-year-old, lets rip right into the corner. Good block on the line.
With 4 goals in lead, 6-10. Scored by number 8, Lois Abing.
So just after Sweden had managed to get themselves back from that 4-0 exchange, they get hit by another 3-0 exchange. It'll be a free throw. Solid defending by the Dutch team, as once again Toft Hansen comes in on the line. Plays for Esbjerg. Long-range shot, wide of the post. Vesta looks up. She's racing in behind them. Groot, Abing, and Coleman's going to come on, and Groot goes off again. Groot has scored 21 goals in the competition so far. From 40, probably below par for her, but still, on her day, is one of the best playmakers in the world. And Vestberg caught high, was she? It's a 2-minute suspension.
2-minute suspension against Team Sweden number 14.
Look at it again. Van der Heyden runs in, catches her across. It's just a follow-up with the arm where she kept it around. There it is, high. It is a 2 minutes. I think it's right that it wasn't anything more. Van der Heyden is fine. She received treatment on court now. Missed the next 3 attacks, unless a player is sanctioned for the foul, which it was the case here. Meanwhile, Abing is starting to get her range here, ominously, for Sweden, and the gap is growing. It's another 4-0 exchange. Lovely shot.
Scored by number 8, Lois Abing.
Lois Abing makes it 11-6 the scoreline with 6 minutes to go. The Swedes short-handed but find a way through. Gulden is fighting for it. It's her second goal. The Dutch try to take a quick throw off.
And on the other side, goal for Team Sweden.
1-on-1, and Snelder's well beaten.
Scored by number 20, Isabel Gulden.
Signal celebrating that, but his team are still some way behind the Dutch here in what has not been a fast-paced, exciting game so far. Some solid defending, a few nice goals, but it's not quite come to light. And the team timeout for the Netherlands. For Pullman. So far, so good. We're listening.
We don't have so many seconds before they take the arm off. We make the cross, always cross lower, first time. Remember, start here, then go one step back. When you're coming here, if you can see the ring is going up, then you go in this position and then you go one step back. So as if you can see the ring position up, then go over the middle, and then you can put it. Hey! Hey! Play smart! Don't make any stupid thing down there! Keep it!
Play smart, she says. Nell in charge just for 1 year since the move. Helle Thompson. Too many unforced errors for Sweden. Play resumes then after the team timeout for the Netherlands, who lead 11-7 here in the bronze medal playoff. Polman quickly into the wing. Polman drives in, passive play. They were warned by the coach, it's coming soon. Polman gets another chance, tries the long-range shot. Bounces it a tad short, but it's picked up by Bunsen. Sweden break, 5 minutes left in the first half. Goalkeeper comes off to allow Gustin to go in. They still have about 18 seconds to go. 31% save rate for Bunsen, 42 for Vesta, above average for her in this competition where she's been down on 31. Gulden, get a free throw. Wrestled all the way around as she tries to find a gap through. But Dulfer was waiting for her. They are back to full strength. Goalkeeper's back in. Toft Hansen goes in on the line. Hagman, Roberts. Oh, clever play. Inside, had to be a penalty. It was a nice play by Gulden, whose whole body movement told you she's about to take off. But she didn't. She then dropped the ball in to Toft Hansen, who just had to turn inside because Van der Heijden was way inside the 6-meter area. She's on the line. Gulden scores. Third goal for her. Scored the last 2 goals for Sweden.
Number 20 of the team Sweden, Isabel Gulden, 8-11.
Second line goes in. Smets comes around. The time is ticking away in this first half. Good interception by Hagman. Otherwise, Abing was overlapping the defence. Abing puts it back in place. Smets returns to the wing. Groot is now on in the centre, saying, let's move the ball quicker, quicker. She's going. Abing, yes, just on the inside post. 4th goal for her. Free throw. Alan Roberts. It's all being played very quickly on the throw-off. Just inside the post. Bunsen beaten. So 4-goal lead for the Netherlands, about 2.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Vesper now comes on, actually in a playmaker role, but she'll switch with Gulden. There they go, back into the proper positions as Toft Hansen moves to the right. Hand off Hagman. Vesper, Hagman looks for the gap. Good defense by the Netherlands, very mobile, plugging the gaps. Not moving up onto Hagman though. Too many steps by Hagman, and another cheap giveaway. Seen quite a few turnovers in the game already. That was the 7th, though, for Sweden as we enter the last 2 minutes of the first half. The Dutch are in control here after racking up a 4-goal run, followed by another one. So far, so good for Helle Thompson. Long-range shot, Abing. Well, she's doing all she can to make sure that they go into the half-time break with a good psychological lead. Helle Thompson, who of course has 9 of the players in the Swedish team who were in the side that took silver 2 years ago, as we watched that goal again. Abing's 5th. Long-range shot, not a great shot. Vesta saves. Her 6th save of the game as Vesper lets rip with a long-range effort. And the Dutch happy to move the ball up slowly. They've got their 5-goal lead back again, and we're inside the last minute before the half-time break. Groot is staying on. Polman has gone to the centre. Polman would be more comfortable left back if Groot is there, as Smets goes in as a second line. Oh, ball is fumbled. Sand has just come on and she's away. She's quick. Cuts back inside. Vesta saves. And the ball bounces and Groot picks up the loose one and Sand goes away empty-handed. She's had a bad time on fast breaks here in Germany. She's only scored 2 from 6 now on her fast breaks as Vesta comes off better. 13-8, the scoreline remains. 15 seconds then for the Dutch maybe to hammer home the advantage here before the half-time buzzer. 10 seconds. Broch is back in again with Snelde. It's a 4-2 attack. Groot switches into the wing. Smets. Oh, yes. Under the keeper. Biggest lead yet. And that's the buzzer. It won't count. And Helle Thompson can be very happy with the work done in the first half. So the Netherlands throw off the second half of the bronze medal playoff for the Women's Handball World Championships here in the Barclaycard Arena in Hamburg, right up in the north of Germany. 14-8, the Dutch are leading. 3 late goals to widen the gap and make it a very difficult job for the Swedes, who are struggling in attack. Groot starts the second half with Abing and van der Heijden. That's been the starting lineup we've seen for much of the competition so far. Abing has had such a great competition. 50 goals so far. She's second top scorer behind Merck, the Norwegian right back. Here she comes. Ah, that took a deflection. Jankovic. Jankovic, I beg your pardon, Idin makes the save. Gulden. Ah, straight through. Well, a bit of haste about that. We've got to get on with it. But the Dutch take the quick throw off. Bont is back on again. Little hand off van der Heijden. No real surprise that the change has happened, but I'm afraid he didn't. Lets in that first one as well. No sooner do they score than the Dutch come straight back at them, courtesy of Lois Abing. 25-year-old, third top scorer in the French league. So Roberts, Blomstrand, who struggled in the first half. That's not great. And another unforced error. 8th turnover of the game for Sweden. Off comes Gulden, and on goes Jakobsen, the defence specialist. Here it is again, just beyond Roberts. Second one of the game where she's missed the connection with Roberts. Smets, second line, flattens the defence. Follow through now, Groot, Abing, too much pushing on the line though. And Yvette Broch gets the call against her. So interesting that you see it again here. There's well, a bit of a shove on her, you might argue, but she's barging backwards into the defenders. And the Russian referees didn't like that. Idin, who's replaced Bunsen in goal. Oh, and another missed pass, and Roberts shakes her head. The worst thing is they've been credited against her on the statistics, but actually they are poor passes. Blomstrand, that one, then before. So the Swedes are making life a little easier for the Dutch. Abing, Groot. Abing. Jakobsen tries to come through. Jakobsen used only in defence. The Swedish captain plays for Bucharest in Romania alongside Hagman. Oh, just smuggled it in, clipped the post, and then ducked straight down behind Idin. Biggest lead yet, and the Dutch are in danger of running away with this. Well, that's more like it. Blomstrand, been hoping she could find her range. It's a powerful shot to beat Vesta.
16. Number 22, Anna Blomstrand.
So Blomstrand plays for Copenhagen. So 4 minutes played, still that 6-goal gap persists. Groot has a bit of a complaint, saying something to Tatiana Berezhnika, the referee. No way through there either. Come back and try. Passive play is going to come now. Here it is. The arm is up. 6 passes. Van der Heyden tries to go in. Nearly stolen. Tries to switch. That goes out the back. It's a throw-in. We've only got, I think, about 2 passes left. The shot is needed now. They've managed to steal it. The Swedes. Lagerqvist. Jakobsen races off as Roberts is back on. Comes into the middle. Line play comes out for the cross. Gulden comes in. Roberts has got to back up. Oh, brilliant play! Well, if only they could have done that from the beginning. That was the best move yet by the Swedes. Lovely play, and the cross is opening up a huge gap on the line for Lagerqvist. That was class.
11 to 16. 5 minutes played in the second half.
Free throw. Dutch, who warmed up for the World Championships with a friendly against Italy. Not really quite on the same level. 41-16 win there. They also lost a couple of friendlies against Germany in October. They were trying out various formulations. The Swedes, for their part, played 1 home and 1 away friendly the week before they travelled to Germany with the Danes. Again, honours even. Oh, and again, a mistake. So many turnovers, the Dutch this time. They're slowly catching up the Swedes in that department, sadly. Roberts. The left wing, Melgore, has returned. Oh, Vesta! Save number 7. Well, what can she say? Blomstrand gives the thumbs up for the block on the line, but the finishing wasn't there again. And their shooting averages are languishing, 42%. Truly lackluster performance in attack. Straight down the middle by Abing. Quick pass out, Hagman. She's being shadowed all the way by Pullman. Takes the shot and Vesta gets a foot on it. And in quick succession, save number 8. Good pass by Din. One-handed catch by Hagman. Tries to shoot around Pullman, who did well to come back and make life difficult for her. You almost get the sense that the Swedes can't get themselves up and running at all in this match. They've never looked on full power. Broch is in there. They're attacking with 2 lines now. Goalkeeper's out. Something that Helle Thompson really likes to do in short spells. Passive plays being called against them. It wouldn't be a bad time to get the keeper in. They are screaming for Van der Heyden, who hasn't quite realised. And eventually Snelder realises and races off. Goalkeeper's back in again. Still the ball, though, with the Netherlands, but they probably only have 3 passes left on the passive play. That was 2. Van der Heyden. Well, the Swedes will be happy with that, because that's effectively a pass and a shot now. And let's come off with defender, took the sting out of the shot. Idén has it. Gulden. Blomstrand. Roberts, good defending by the Netherlands, who is so mobile at the back. They are closing the gaps. And Vesta, great save. Oh, superb by Bond. He was heading out for a throw-in, and she somehow just squeezed it out before stepping off the court. Look at this. There's the shot. Brilliant. Vesta is racking them up. It's been credited as her 8th save. I think they may have missed one on the last attack. 42% efficiency for her, given that she came into this match on 31. More mistakes are coming. 8 turnovers. It's the 9th now. 9 apiece. And Gulden, 5th goal. Gulden sees the opportunity. Doesn't go round the line player. 3 goals without reply, and the Swedes, are they seeing just a crack of light on the horizon? Team timeout.
Jobbar efter det vi sa i halvtid där med mittsex.
Det är lite sena i kontringen i ert byte, så jag vågar ta lite mer plats hitåt. Du slår spärren där och så kan vi ju växla åt det hållet i så fall. Om jag inte går för växlar och så kommer du i andra istället. Hej, nu går vi! Kom igen nu!
Great images from the game. The power, the passion, and the emotion. Play resumes after a Dutch team timeout, their second of the game, called after the Swedes have just hit them with 3 goals without reply to drag themselves back into this game. They're still trailed by 4, and that's going to save Idén of Groot. That all helps. Gulden, who was so animated in the team timeout. Suddenly, there's a bit of urgency about the Swedish attack. Can they do it now? Lagerqvist. She'll only get the free throw. Couldn't quite control it. And Signal smiles, but thought it could have been more. As Dulfer wrestled her for the ball. Brock inside the area. It's only a free throw, though. Gulden. Lagerqvist. Yes! 4 goals without reply. 3rd for Lagerqvist. And Sweden are coming back. Pulls away, and even Vesta couldn't stop that one. Lovely assist for Gulden. He then celebrates at the other end. Her save started it. 10 minutes into the second half, and a suspension for that last pull for Brock, and that's her second of the game. She's going to have to watch herself, and it'll make Hella Thompson think again in defence. All of a sudden, the momentum has shifted to Sweden. Dutch, who were comprehensively beaten in their semi-final by Norway. Oh, that was very high. There may be a sanction. Well, Victoria Alpaidze ran towards the spot. I thought for a second Jakobsen was going to take a walk. Still the power play. The passive play now being called against the Dutch. 3 passes left, we think. Obviously, it's down to the referee. Ball's given away. The break is on. Both wings are away, but they're covered. And they'll have to slow the pace down. Gulden knows it. There it is. And Jakobsen steals into the line. Lagerqvist couldn't control this time. Everyone fumbles. Drops through eventually to Vesta and Lagerqvist. What a shame. That could have got them back within 2. Gulden again, the provider. Throws herself on the floor, but it was a fair dues. They're all slapping at the ball. 3 goals in it. There was a 7-goal lead earlier for the Netherlands. 15 seconds before they're back to full strength. Meanwhile, Brock still serving her suspension. Arbing, Van der Heijden. Groot tries to go through. She's happy with... she thought she had the free throw. No, says Bereznica. It's the other way. They'll have to take the ball back anyway. It's the attacking foul. Ran into her. Meanwhile, Gulden, side netting, gets a hand up from Arbing. Gulden empty-handed this time. Trying to take a quick opportunity as Lagerqvist put the block on, just put it over the top. An incredible player Gulden is, though, with her 734 goals for her country. Meanwhile, the Dutch, at full strength again, have got a get the momentum back here now. Having just conceded 4 goals without reply. Jakobsen concedes a free throw. She had an anxious look at the referee, thinking that might be 2 minutes. Pullman theatrically goes down. Snelda, Van der Heijden into the line. Oh, stolen again. Jakobsen and releases it. Hagman Melgaard. And she scores. 3rd goal for her. 5 in a run. And the Swedes are right back behind the Dutch. Lovely steal. Captain reaching out. Hagman did well to move it quickly to Melgaard. The 21-year-old can celebrate.
Assisted by number 24, Natalie Hockman.
Oh, that 16-9 lead seems like a distant memory now all of a sudden for the Dutch, who's struggling to get any kind of rhythm. Ah, saved again! Philippe Aydin, the goalkeeper. She was teammates until last year with Pullman. Oh, and another one! And Helle Thompson, a wince as Blomstrand gets Sweden back to within 1. Gulden again, the assist and the block.
And the Swedish team reduces the
Here's a team timeout, begging, I wonder.
16.
She may not want to use it, she's already had 2, Helle Thompson. But they have now conceded 6 goals without reply. Groot. The game seemed dead and buried early in the second half, not anymore. Malestein comes around. Pullman, she's come on now to try and get a little bit of urgency about it, get some drive on the attack. Groot, passive plays being called now. Pullman tries to go through, the gap was there. Melgaard wrestles her. She'll come back. We reckon 4 passes left on the passive play. Well, they've got to shoot now. I think that was the 4th pass. And they didn't realise. Pullman remonstrates. Well, what a spell by Sweden. Oh dear, Helle Thompson's day just got worse. Well, a 10-minute spell for 6-0. Sand comes back on again. Sand who plays for Brest, and again, Blomstrand, 2nd goal. Quick switch back and a long-range effort, just like her last goal. 7 goals without reply in 12 minutes. Off the post, it's still in play. Malestein, oh, he did! Absolutely brilliant. Came out quick, smothered the shot. Her 4th save from 6 shots. And another opportunity. Sand, oh, through the legs of the keeper. It's one-way traffic. They've gone in front. A 16-9 lead for the Netherlands is now a 16-17 deficit. Sand goes up, puts it down between the legs of the keeper. Team timeout, the Netherlands.
Don't stress about it. We play 7 against 6. We have Berlin, Lloyd, Lauer, Angela, Martine, and then we do Norway. Okay? And remember, when Pearl is coming here, it's okay, you go over here. Lloyd, you're coming around here. And then you go hard
Gör
here.
du har pratat om? En i taget, tjejer! Skit i taget!
Spirits are high for Sweden. Edin leading the way. Went into the match on a 30% save rate today. She's playing out of her socks. 67% save rate, 4 from 6. Cometh the hour, cometh the player. Sweden with an 8-goal turnaround in great part thanks to Edin. So the shooting average for the Netherlands that was so high at half-time are crashing very fast. The goalkeeper is back in again. And again, they come away empty-handed. Over 13 minutes since the last goal by the Netherlands, as Gulden leads a rampant Swedish side on a comeback mission here to make sure they step onto the podium for the first time ever in a Women's World Championship. 6th place was their last best performance back in 1993. Sand still has it. Sand, who plays with the goalkeeper Eden for Brest in France, runners-up in the championship at the moment. Oh, Vesta got it in the 3rd attempt. So Helle Thompson, who was trying to calm things down and say, look, we're still tight, it's close. Now a bit of experience is needed for the Netherlands. On comes Perl van der Wissel, their most experienced player, 220 internationals. He went for a long spell out of the squad after falling out with the previous coach, Hank Groene. The ball is given away. And the ball needs to go all the way back to where the incident happened. It was the block. Gulden gets in the way and steals it. It was being fouled as she tried to make the pass. But there had been no whistle. If there had been, that could have been a 2-minute suspension. The whistle came and she let go straight away, realising the problem. Roberts. Blomstrand. Blomstrand, oh, it's going to be a 2-minute suspension and it could be the end of the game. For Yvette Broch, it is. And the troubles are mounting for the Dutch. A 3rd 2-minute suspension. Signer looks on impassive. Blomstrand drew the foul. And I'm afraid Broch's championship, it's her 3rd one. She's sitting there, hoping the referees may not have noticed. Round the neck, look at that. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, the referee's caught up with her and shown her the red card. She'll go off and sit in the stands. Looks forlorn. Poor old Broch, who's done so much for her country. But I'm afraid her game is over as Gulden has a chance to give a 2-goal lead to Sweden. Top corner and does it. And she has been so instrumental in that comeback. She was fired up in the team timeout. We can do it. Well, at the moment, they certainly are. Toft Hansen cheers.
16, number 20, Isabel Gulden.
Well, incredible turnaround. The Dutch, who have not scored since the 3rd minute of the 2nd half, a 15-minute goal drought, during which they have been absolutely pelted by a Swedish team. 9 goals without reply. No way through. Pohlmann. The irritation is building. Goalkeeper can go back in now. Vesta is on. Malestein has come off as passive play is called. Maybe 5 passes. Long-range shot. Little slap on the arm, nothing given. Eden looks up. Finds Blomstrand. They've got the extra player. There's the little cross. Pohlmann shoots. Slap came after the shot, and Eden almost caught it one-handed. Vesta just manages to knock it out of play. Snelder celebrates. Slim pickings, I'm afraid, on the celebration front for the Dutch. Goalkeeper efficiency 38% for Sweden, 31 now for Vesta. Empty goal again as the Dutch take out their goalkeeper. I have to say, though, of course, bear in mind with the Swedes, that's a combination of Bunsen and Eden. Eden is on 71% save rate, 5 from 7. Again, the goalkeeper's back in, that's gone wide. Possession will go back to Sweden, but there's cover at the other end for the Dutch. Gulden. Dulfer is back in again, into the wing. Sand couldn't do much with that. So with 10 minutes to go in the bronze medal match, there's only 2 goals in it. But the problem for the Netherlands is that it's all one-way traffic in the second half. Abing and the teammates just can't find that attacking flair of the first half. defence has tightened up. And that's not a great shot by Roberts. A quick look up. Smets was away, but she was covered. Second line on the attack. Dulfer, she'll get a free throw. And she can go straight off. Lagerqvist catching her. Substitution made, Dulfer is off, and back on comes Pohlmann. They are just running out of options. Van der Wissel, who was on for all of 1 minute and 20 seconds before Helle Thompson gave up, and finally, Malestein gets them going again.
18-17, goal for the Netherlands. Number 26, Malestein.
Break now. Oh, bit clumsy by Roberts. She may not want to get up because she knows what's coming. She starts walking straight away. 2 minute suspension. Malestein looks around, holding onto the arm. It's the left arm, unfortunately, that was around her neck that caused the problem for the referees. Well, it's still theirs to win, the Netherlands. It's a one-goal game and plenty of time to go. They've just got to settle down somehow. Forget that dreadful 18-minute spell. Nine goals they've conceded. That's more like it. It's all square again. Abing, what a test of character for the Netherlands to come back now as well. Both teams have shown good mettle here.
Scorer for the Netherlands, number 8, Louis Schabing.
Louis Schabing's 8th goal brings the Netherlands level after they gave away a 7-goal lead. They've got the goalkeeper out. The Swedes levelling things up in attack. Gulden, Sand goes off to get the keeper back in. Passive plays being worn 5. Passes left, long range shot. Oh, unlucky. A bit of a slap on the arm for Vesper, and the shot took a bit of a dip. But Vester couldn't possibly read because it was almost a deflection.
Number 14, Johanna Vesper.
Sweden edged back in front again. No luck this time for Abing. Pohlmann tries to pick up the ball, gets a little bit of a push, he's got a free throw. Possession still with the Dutch. We've got a power play on at the moment. Pohlmann, Abing into the wing, yes, Smets! That's more like it, 3rd goal for her. It's all square again. Takes off, beats Hagman and the keeper.
Scorer number 24, Martin Smits. Assisted by number 8, Louis Schabing.
Empty goal for Sweden once more, but in a few seconds Eden can go back in. Vesper, well blocked by the defence. And the Dutch celebrating, trying to make an effort to celebrate defensive successes as well and lift their spirits. And the Swedes call a team timeout. Another chance for us to listen in.
Ja. Hade du någon spel, Bella? Ja, men sen är vi... Nej, vi är fullt nu. Jamina in igen där.
Nej, jag börjar vänster, så rundgång. Jag kommer in i mitten och så ligger vi... Jag går på vänster igen. Jag söker det mellan triorna.
Ja, med Solberg med snurr också. Både vänster och höger och spela därifrån. Och bra rörelse på det. Jag kommer igen nu! 3-2!
The calm demeanour of Henrik Signell. For the Dutch, it's a question of picking up spirits now. Stop the rots. So play resumes then. Sweden at full strength now. The Dutch without the emblematic line player. Good steal, Malestein. Snelder, who's now on full duty for the rest of the match after the red card for Broch. There was the steal, read it well. Malestein got in the way, and Roberts dispossessed before she could control it. Under 6 minutes to go, and it's all square. Smets goes in on the line. Polman back to the wing. Free throw. So Snelder stays wide on the far side. Smets goes into the second line. It's going to be a free throw. Smile from Polman as Blomstrand goes flying. Tight between an attacking foul and a defensive one. Groot is back on again. Passive play again is being called. Polman, saved by Din. A former club teammate at Esbjerg in Denmark. He then has now moved on to France. She plays for Brest. Gulden into the wing. There's no space there. Hagman will bring it back out again. Hagman, who had a spell at the right back position. She plays both. It didn't really work at the end of the first half as they lost their footing. Blomstrand is back in again. Scored a couple here in the second half. The shooting average has gone up from 36% for Sweden to 46%. Still not huge. Oh, yes, Roberts did well. She had to compose herself. She was spinning around. Had to get her bearings around the keeper and beat her right over. And Sweden back in front again. Inside the last 5 minutes.
Number 8 from Team Sweden, Janina Roberts, 20-19.
Roberts' second goal from 5 attempts. She went a bit off the boil in the second half. So Groot, Polman and Abing. Make no mistake, Snelder is a very strong line player. Good cover for the suspended Broch, and Polman comes around, and it's all square again. The sidestep by Abing, just pulled away. Blomstrand long enough to create the space, release the ball into Polman. Beautiful athleticism, and under the keeper and a partner, Rafael van der Vaart, applauds. Roberts looking for the gap. Straight into the keeper, Vesta saves. Roberts a quick look at the goalkeeper. The referee says nothing there, thank you. Vesta's 9th save and a big gap. And Malestein, in acres of space, scores a third goal, and the Dutch are back in front. 3 minutes to go. All started there, very quick play, beautifully done. Where was the defense? Well, two of them were doing the substitution. The reaction on the bench. Roberts cuts inside again. Gulden's got the ball. The initiative has now slipped from the Swedes. It's anybody's game. Signell knows it. He calls a team timeout. It's the last one for either team. Another chance for us to listen in.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official game attendance.
Groth är 2 här nu. Kolla en bred satsning här, det första. Bella rörde emot lite här. Jamina ligger kvar lite. Är du med för den vändningen? Ta så pass mycket djup så inte hon skär där. I annat fall, nästa gång Jugge vänster platsbyte. Blomma stegar in här. Eller dra isär här. Till hit bara, Bella. Släpp hit. Från 2 till 3. Ligg kvar här, Bella.
Well, the passion is certainly not missing in this game. What an amazing seesaw effort it has been. Strong defence at both ends, and Eden majestic in goal. 2.5 minutes to go. The Netherlands are 1 up, having let slip a big lead at the start of the second half. Roberts, Blomstrand tries to go through. Solid defending by Snelder, arms aloft. The line player and captain who plays for FTC in Hungary. Oh, clips the post and it stays out for Melgaard. Oh dear. Last 2 minutes, and Vesta, a sigh of relief. There's the ball in. Didn't touch the keeper, but it didn't beat the post either. So the Netherlands somehow, having been hit for 9 goals without reply, going to come right back in. Well, if Pohlmann has anything to say about it, they certainly will. 2-goal lead, 1.5 minutes to go. And is Sweden's huge comeback going to be all for nothing? There's an empty goal. The ball is lofted. Oh, yes! Pohlmann again! The goalkeeper ran to the touchline, and Helle Thompson is almost in tears. A 3-goal lead, that could be it. Oh dear, Pohlmann and Signal is shell-shocked. 1 minute to go. And the Dutch, who were struggling so badly for 18 minutes with no goal, are they going to come away empty-handed? Vesta, it's a penalty. Blomstrand, the clock has been stopped. She'll look up, but it's little comfort, I'm afraid, because there just isn't enough time. There's the foul. Pushed in the air. Gulden. And she scores, but no celebration. She knows they've got to wait at the halfway line now, but surely there's enough experience in the Dutch team to last 40 seconds with a 2-goal lead. Passive play will come fairly quickly unless they go through. Malestein's behind, and that's it! All done. 4th goal for Malestein, and the Dutch will take the bronze after looking as if they had completely lost their hold on the match. Melgaard saved again, Vesta, number 10. And she looks at the clock, it's all done. Huge hug for Pohlmann from Helle Thompson. They are running the clock down, and the Swedes can't believe it. An incredible fight back by Sweden, but in the end, the Dutch regained their composure, and they outscored them at the end. A 4-goal run that saw them regain control of the game, and Yvette Broch has raced on from the stands to join her team. It will be bronze for the Netherlands, and Sweden